Hi guys, and welcome back to our FIFA 19 Bali Mumba play career mode. Now, since last episode, I have played just the one game off camera, just to push things forward a bit, and it was a poor draw. It was a 0-0. That's 2 0-0s in a row, I believe. Yes, it is, because we did draw with Bristol Rovers in the last episode, and again we were played as a cam rather than a central midfielder, which is Bali's natural position, which is quite frustrating really, because whenever we try and come deep to collect the ball, which is what we're so used to so far, we get penalised and our match rating goes down because we're coming out of position, which is really frustrating because the CPU are just so goddamn stupid and they just can't get the ball from our third into the final third, which is where I'm waiting to collect the ball. So we ended up with a 6.4 match rating as well because we could barely see the thing, barely saw the ball at all. But we are being played as a cam yet again in this next game against Wycombe, away from home. We have to just try and get used to it, or the CPU just needs to book their ideas up, because you end up just kind of just stood around doing nothing for quite a long time, unless we do just drop back and just sacrifice our match rating for it, because we're going to end up not touching the ball because the CPU again are so stupid. But anyway, let's get into this game away from home against Wycombe. And here we are away from home against Wycombe. Can we finally or somehow get used to this cam position and make it our own? Go on, that's it. Here is Bali now. Make your run, Greg. It is Greg. Oh, it's not Greg, I was joking. But it's Greg again. Turn, get it to me. I'm here. It is Bali Mumba. And surely that took a deflection. Apparently it didn't. That was dreadful. Go on, Bali. Go on, Bali. Help him out. He does fight Greg, and that's an awful challenge on Bali Mumba. But we do get the advantage. It is Valencia to Bali. He does strike it. And he was fouled in the process. We will get a free kick right on the edge of the box here. I presume McGeady will be on this one. It is Aidan McGeady. Come on, finish it, lad. It is McGeady. He's hit the wall. And it looks like it's going to get cleared away. That's it to McGeady. Inside for Greg. Now here is Mumba back onto Greg. Can he find us? Anyone find us? It is Mumba now. Turn. Dink it in. Oh, it's not good enough. Valencia now onto Gooch. Come on, Gooch. Oh, he's lost out. Oh, is it a free kick here? It is. It's another free kick. Attacking-wise, we're actually doing the complete opposite as to what I was worried about. We're doing really well so far. It's another free kick for Aidan McGeady right on the edge. And he's hit it over. It did take a little nick off the wall, though. Here is Mumba now. Take touch. Strikes it. It is Greg. It's in! Get in, son! I highly doubt that'll count as an assist. It was quite greedy from us, really. I just wanted to have a crack at goal. It was blocked. Fell for Greg. And he's volleyed it into the back of the net. Get in, son. Here we are. We went for the strike. Really greedy. But that is brilliant. That's an excellent finish for Greg, to be fair. He had next to no notice, no time to prepare for that shot. But it is FIFA. It is highly unrealistic. And it's also 1-0. Go on. It is Mumba. He turns out he's a striker and it's just past the post. Good football again. So close there from Bali Mumba. Good chance this now. Get it in. Get it in towards Bali. It is Bali. That has to be one of the best saves I've ever seen on FIFA. Hands down. How the hell do you save that? Point blank range. There's so much power behind it. Well, he's actually headed it. He's used his head. The keeper. Jesus Christ. Help him out. Go on, Greg. Get in there, lad. Go on, Greg. You want to win the keeper. Don't mess this up. Shoot, son. Oh, it's a save. Go on, hit it first time. It's in. It's 2-0 and it's Bali Mumba who gets amongst the goals yet again. And that should be the game dead and buried. Come on. Been playing some decent attacking football in this game. We just haven't really got the rewards for it. But that's a lovely, lovely finish from Bali Mumba to top this one off. 2-0 and it's more than likely going to finish that way as well. Now a headline after that game is that manager unimpressed with Mumba's performances, and here we are. It says Sunderland's manager has publicly stated his displeasure with Mumba's performances recently after the midfielder failed to play to the manager's expectations. He hasn't played at the level or accomplished the targets that we set out together recently. He's a great player, but I need for him to be quality game in and game out for our club to play at the level I expect us to be. Which I think, to be fair, it's fair, but it's also very harsh because the expectations he has is for us to get an average rating of 9 match rating every single game, which would mean we'd need at least a goal and an assist every single game, which is just, I think it's just ridiculous, really. And also putting us as a cam, where, and there we go, we got Player of the Month award, yet our manager still thinks we're playing below par. So, you can't win, Mr. Jack Ross, you can't win, but but next up anyway, we are taking on Barnsley, which should be a difficult game, away from home. If we have a quick recap of the league table, actually, Barnsley nowhere to be seen, but we are 5 points ahead of Charlton. Where are Barnsley, just out of curiosity? Barnsley are currently 9th, only a couple of points out of the playoff places, but this should be a difficult one, again, away from home. We are not playing as a cam today, which is fantastic. We're back in our central midfield, and I'm sure that our match rating will improve because of that, because we'll be on the ball a lot more. So let's get into it. Now here we are, away from home, against Barnsley, tough opposition. We're back in our more favoured position as well. Hopefully it counts, and I do prove my theory right that our rating should be considerably higher than the sort of 6s and 7s of the recent games played as a cam. Straight away though here, coming down this left hand side, it's a strike and it's a goal immediately! Breaking down that left hand side, I believe that to be, is it Lewis Morgan? I think it is Lewis Morgan. It's a goal, and it's a very good one as well. Just 5 minutes in, it is Lewis Morgan indeed. What a strike that was. We haven't even touched the ball yet, funnily enough. Our first attack of the game, Lewis Morgan breaking down the left. Great strike, and we got a goal in front. Good chance now for Barnsley. Get in there. Mumba, well played. I do just want to place a record as well. I'm actually quite surprised that we even started this game, because our stamina was literally right near the bottom at the beginning of the game. So I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to play here. I don't know why Jack Ross has played us. But it's almost like he's trying to sabotage us at the minute, isn't he? Complaining about our performances, even though we're doing well. But now as we speak, Grigg is through on the right side, whips it back, get it in, it has been struck. It's a bit greedy there from Duncan Watmore. I did ask for the ball, he just didn't give it. Go on, punched away, only for his Mumba, who strikes it from distance. Oh, that's happened a couple of times now, imagine that went in. Well in, Bali intercepts in there, make your run. Watmore, you're faster than him, that's brilliant there. Watmore, get it in, lad. Oh, and he's shot again, he's so greedy, Watmore. A couple of times there, he really should have just hit the ball across goal or something. But we do have a corner now, Valencia who's just come on to whip this one in, he has done. Someone get your head on it, it's 2, get in! And it's Will Grigg, who really has been on fire, to be fair. Since I started complaining about him, he's just been non-stop scoring goals, hasn't he? Whipped in by Valencia, very good header, rising above the rest. Defender tried to knock it away off the line, but could only help it in. And it's 2-0. Oh, it's been gone down as an own goal, actually. I think it's a little bit unfair, really, because it was going in anyway. What a ball that is. Out wide, crossed in, headed, straight to the keeper. Good football again, though. I don't know how our match rating is so low. I was saying before the game that we're definitely going to be seeing more than 6s and 7s. We're currently rated 6.9, and we've absolutely bossed the midfield. Oh, they've lost it out of the back. That was a good chance for them, surely, and they've messed that one up. Some really bad defending. Get it in one more, lad. Don't shoot. It's a decent ball to the near post, and it's been headed away. It's a corner. We have 0 stamina left, and we've been running on nothing for the last sort of 15-20 minutes. It actually won't allow me to sprint anymore because we have such little stamina. It has been whipped into the near post. It's been cleared away easily, really. The whistle should go any second now, I would think. Knock it on for us. Here is Bali Mumba. Still Mumba. Have a crack, son. It is Mumba straight at the keeper. Bit greedy, really, there. Just wanted to get our rating up a little bit. It is played in towards Mumba as well. It has been headed away. Mumba's in. Oh, but the final whistle does go. I really wanted to get a quick goal there or something just to up our rating. We have finished with a 7.1 match rating, which isn't too bad. And we have, of course, got ourselves a victory as well. And that win puts us 7 points ahead of Charlton, who are currently second, of course. So Charlton must have lost their last game. And we've been selected again, even though we had 0 stamina come the end of that last game. And there was only, I think, 3 or 4 days apart with these games. So we'll see how much stamina we have got. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous, I would presume. We should see, we've got about just over half, which isn't great. You can just see, compared to everyone else's stamina, that we just physically can't sprint as soon as we get into the second half. But, of course, we'll try our best. Let's get into it. And here we are, back at the Stadium Light, taking on Walsall. It's a lovely, lovely day, and hopefully we get a lovely result come the end of the game. Now here is McGeady. Onto Valencia. Greg surely gets in. It's 1-0. And Greg really is absolutely firing. I can't complain about him anymore. I really can't. He's the one getting all the goals for us. Well in Greg's son. Just 15 minutes into the game, we put it into McGeady. Onto Valencia. Into Greg. One touch them. Bang. Simple as you like. We're a goal up. And we're absolutely steamrolling this league at the minute. Go on. Greg, make your move. There it is. There's Greg. Is he going to finish it? He does pull it back for Bali. It's a great save from the keeper. It was an absolute thunderbolt of a shot as well from Bali Mumba. The keeper's kept it out though. Good chance now for them, but Bali Mumba intercepts brilliantly somehow. And as you can see, again, our stamina is almost completely empty again. And it's a great through ball now. Valencia's through. Why did he do that? So frustrating, but now Valencia isn't going to get there. There's been so many times where players are put through, like a couple of games ago, the one I played off camera, it was the last minute of the game and it was 0-0, put the ball over the top for Greg, he's 1-on-1 with the keeper, and rather than going for goal, he's tried to turn back and then pass the ball again, when I didn't ask for it, but I think that the intelligence of the CPU is really, really poor, but that is half time, decent performance so far, and we are in the lead. Go on, it's Greg, onto Gooch. Plays it in for Valencia. Surely it's a great save again. All started off with the dangerous ball over the top from Bali Mumba, causing all kinds of panic. Please, Jack Ross, just take us off, please. And he's still refusing to take us off. We literally can't run anymore. We've got to that point again where every time we run within 5 seconds, we just can't. We won't let us sprint because we have such little stamina left. We're so fatigued. I feel so sorry for Bali Mumba. Get it away, get it away, it's a good chance for Walsall, it's been volleyed over the bar. Not too long left, I think we're going to have to hang on now really. Jack Ross has had 3 opportunities to bring us off, because we've basically been a dead man walking since the second half began, not being able to run. Still holding our own though here, Bali Mumba, switch the play, nicely done. Keep it ticking over. Back to Bali, that's it, pull those strings, that's what we used to. Great ball over the top for Oviedo, and there is. Oh man, now Sterling down the right, dinks it in towards the back post, it's cleared away, only as far as Bali. Can he finish it? He cannot. He certainly cannot, and that's literally dropped us down a good 0.3 in terms of match ratings, because it was an absolutely woeful shot. Went for the spectacular, and it was absolutely terrible. Blow that whistle, ref. Blow the whistle. That's another 3 points. The whistle does go. It's a decent performance from us. The first half we did dominate the midfield, but the second, like I say, because we had no stamina, we were just walking around the pitch and helping out as much as humanly possible. But we do still finish the match with a 7.2 match rating, which is pretty solid to be fair. But that is where we're going to leave the end of the episode. We're going to be ending the episode 10 points ahead of Charlton in second. Southend, Plymouth, Scunthorpe and Doncaster make up the playoff places. Now for the bottom teams, we have Blackpool, Rochdale, Accrington and Wickham. Fleetwood must have come into a decent run of form because they've been in the bottom 4 for almost the entire season, and now they've just managed to claw the way out for the time being. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jammy.